It's Cinema Shogun here, and it appears that Britney Spears' Instagram account has responded to the reports of Sam and her friends trying to stage an intervention for Britney Spears. Now notice, I didn't say that Britney Spears responded. I said that Britney Spears' Instagram account responded. Because after looking into this story for almost a year now, I know how Britney types. I know how Britney usually writes. If you look on Instagram and you don't see a bunch of emojis and you can actually understand what the caption of one of the photos says, then chances are it ain't Britney. Because Britney has a way of using a lot of emojis, almost an overuse of emojis, while veering all over the place. It's hard for her to really nail home a solid point. So you can tell, usually when someone steps in to type a certain message for her, when something gets a little too serious, and that's what appears to me is happening right now. Now, could I be wrong? Could this be Britney? Maybe. But let's go ahead and see what it has to say, or what they have to say, or what Britney has to say, or what someone has to say on Britney's behalf. It makes me sick to my stomach that it's even legal for people to make up stories that I almost died. I mean, at some point, enough is enough. I'm probably going to have to stop posting on Instagram because even though I enjoy doing it, there's obviously a lot of people who don't wish me well. I'm honestly not surprised at all. Again, doing the best I can. Again, the conservatorship has been over for almost a year. No, folks, it's not 2007. It's 2023, and I'm making my first homemade lasagna at home. I finally got my fireplace to work in my living room. As my hubby says it best, don't believe everything you read. All that love right back at you. Now, as you can see, or as you can hear, that post was way more coherent than the usual stuff that we see out of Britney Spears. But notice how they didn't really tackle the intervention part at all. Nowhere in there did they say that there wasn't an intervention. They immediately went to, stories that I almost died. The story was never that Britney almost died. The story is that people close to her are afraid that she's going to die if she doesn't get some help. And that they were trying to do this intervention for her. They rented out this home in LA. They wanted her to stay there for a couple of months while going under mental health evaluations and talking to psychiatrists and trauma psychiatrists and therapists and all of that good stuff, right? So this story of, people making up stories that I almost died, no one even reported that. But that's an easy way to deflect what's going on here. Now, I personally value that we all have different thoughts, theories, and opinions about what's going on here. I understand that a lot of us are all over the place. Me, I change my opinions and thoughts about the situation whenever there's new information that comes forward. As you all know, if you've been watching my Britney videos since day one, we've gone over a lot of different theories. We've gone over a lot of different humps and bumps in the road. We've come to different conclusions. We've explored different possibilities. But I do think it's important to at least have some form of consistency. For me, the consistency that I have in my Britney content and in my coverage of this story is that I consistently will say that I believe that something is wrong here and that something is going on. What that is, I can't sit here and tell you for a fact what it is. All I can do is give you my opinions. We can look at the information that's provided to us. We could use our common sense to try to come to some conclusions. But I can't 100% tell you what's going on with Britney. But I will always consistently say that there is something going on here. Now, the problem is that much of Britney's fan base, much of the Free Britney movement, Britney supporters, whoever you want to call them, they are very inconsistent with a lot of the stuff that they say. My problem here is, especially when it comes to stories like this, is when Britney's doing crazy stuff on Instagram. You know, when you're constantly seeing the videos of her twirling around, crying, the dog poop on the floor, her attacking her own teenage sons, lashing out at her dad, showing her butthole, and all of that stuff. When Britney's doing that stuff on Instagram, these people will say, that's not Britney. That's someone else. Britney doesn't have control over this account. Britney isn't posting these things. Someone's trying to maybe make Britney look crazy. It's not Britney. It's not Britney. It's not Britney. It's not Britney. That's their logic whenever Britney does something crazy on Instagram. But when we reach our boiling points and we have people like TMZ reporting that Britney had a mental breakdown at a restaurant, and then we have like People Magazine reporting that Britney's family and close friends wanted to stage an intervention for her, and then Britney's Instagram account responds to these reports, then everyone's like, see, look, Britney says it's not true. Look here, right here, the post I just read for you. Look, everyone, Britney says it's not true that there was this intervention going on. It's all lies. It's all rumors. It's not true. Look, Britney said it right here on Instagram. But then you have to pause and you have to think, wait 1 moment. I thought you all said this isn't Britney on Instagram. I thought you all said that Britney doesn't have control over her Instagram. I thought you all said that there's this other group of people controlling Britney's Instagram, making her look crazy and doing this and doing that. So you tell me that you want to have your cake and eat it too. When Britney's acting wild and acting out and obviously displaying some type of mental health issues online, it's not Britney, it's not Britney. But when Britney's responding to rumors and shooting down rumors, oh, that's Britney all day. Oh, this is Britney. No worries, nothing to see here. Britney said it isn't true. But when Britney's spinning around in circles like a wackadoodle while cussing out her teenage sons on Instagram in front of 48 million people, that's not Britney. When Britney's posting these news that look like she's being trafficked, that's not Britney doing that. It could never be Britney. So that's why I say it's important to at least have some form of consistency. Do y'all believe that this is Britney on Instagram responding to these rumors? Because if you believe that, then you need to believe that it's Britney acting crazy on Instagram. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And, you know, for me, I don't follow up with a lot of the stuff the mainstream media says. I understand there's bogus reports that are put out there. I understand that there are a lot of rumors and speculation and wild stuff that gets put out there. But when I look at Britney's situation and then I see these reports, it does not sound too far off to me at all. Like the stuff that we've seen about this intervention, the stuff that we've seen about the restaurant situation. When I look at Britney's Instagram and I look at how she's been acting for the past basically a year now, it totally aligns with the stories that are coming out. It totally aligns with all of the stories that are coming out. And then when you have Sam and the Free Britney movement and all of these people scrambling, coming up with different stories to cover up these situations, it makes it look really suspect. So, like I said, consistency is key. I know I'm not the most consistent person when it comes to my Britney content because I form different theories. And at the very least, the point of me even speaking out about this topic to begin with was to give people a voice. To show people that you don't have to be afraid to say how you feel. Not just about Britney, but about anything. But when it comes to this Britney thing, it's like you get attacked if you think that there's something wrong. And you know, a lot of people were afraid to say something. So never in my content do I want to make people feel like, oh, you shouldn't say this or you shouldn't say that. No, say how you feel. Say how you feel. You know what I mean? So if you feel this way or feel that way, fine. But when I say that consistency is key and consistency is sometimes important, I more so mean for situations like that. You know, you can't just have your cake and eat it too and say, this isn't Britney, this is Britney. Whenever it's convenient to fit whatever narrative that you want to fit at the time. And while we're on the topic of consistency, let me just go ahead and take it one step further. As you all know, there are a lot of people, including some of you all watching this video, that think that Britney's not free. A lot of people think that Britney's still in some form of a conservatorship. I mean, the care plan, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people think that there's still this group of people trying to control Britney's life. A lot of people still think that Britney is being controlled and that there's something going on and that there's Team Con still trying to take over her life, run her finances, all of this good stuff. A lot of people still think that Britney Spears is locked away and not able to make her own decisions and do what she wants. A lot of people think that. A lot of people do. But then we have the story come out about this intervention, right? And we hear that, oh, Sam and Britney's friends, who are even Britney's friends? People close to Britney? Who's close to Britney? They acknowledge, oh, it's not her father, it's not her kids, it's none of those people, but people close to Britney, basically Britney's team and Sam. They're trying to stage this intervention for Britney. They're trying to get a home in LA and lock her away in that house for months on end while talking to therapists and going under evaluations while being controlled. And people immediately, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. They're trying to make Britney look crazy. They're trying to do this. This is Team Con. This is this. This is that. Have any of you all not stopped and just thought about this for 1 second? I mean, really think about it. To the people, and I'm one of these people partially, who think that Britney's being controlled or think that there's someone tampering with Britney's life, who think that there's this conspiracy still going on to take control of Britney. Why would you automatically shoot down these reports when these reports are pointing towards the same exact thing that you all have been trying to say is going on with Britney? I mean, a vast majority, I don't want to say majority, there is a large amount of people that think that there's still a structure within Britney's life, a team of people working together to control her, to take her money, to maybe harm her, to do whatever. And then reports come out that, hey, yeah, Sam and people close to Britney are all trying to put her back into the same situation she just got out of. And everyone's like, no, you're just trying to tear Britney down. It's lies, it's lies. These reports are basically confirming everything that you all, as well as some of what I've been saying. These reports are confirming all of that. Has no one stopped to think about that for 1 second? It's like for months people have been, Britney's not free. There's this team of people controlling Britney. They're controlling her Instagram. They're doing this. They're doing that. Britney can't do this. Britney can't go here. This is why we're not seeing Britney talk. This is why we're not seeing this. And then reports come out that basically like, yeah, hey, this is going on. There's a plot to put Britney in a house and for a couple of months and put her under these mental health evaluations and for her to basically be back to square one where she was during the conservatorship. And everyone's like, get out of here. No one's going to believe that. These people are confirming what you all have been preaching for months and no one wants to accept it. That's what's weird to me about this story. Like, really think about it. I mean, this is why words are important. Some people hone in on these key words and they can't let it go. You know what I mean? So take the word intervention out of the situation and look at what the report is. The report is that people around Britney are concerned about her mental health. So they formulated a plan. They got a house in LA where they were going to take Britney. And once Britney got there, she would be confronted by a team of mental health experts, psychiatrists, therapists, and you name it. And they would all keep Britney in that house for months on end while she goes under these tests and evaluations and therapy sessions. It's literally conservatorship 2.0 run by a different run by the same team, except Britney's dad is out of the way and now Sam's in the situation. It's conservatorship 2.0, and everyone's like, no. It's like, dude, have enough self-awareness to realize that these reports, if they're not true, okay, cool. But these reports are basically just reporting the same thing that you all have been saying. It's just a different usage of words here. So that's why I say, like, people, I understand being all over the place because I'm all over the place. But we have to sometimes have some form of consistency. If you believe that there's this plot to control Britney still, if you believe that the conservatorship never truly ended, then why would you totally dismiss these reports who are basically telling you the same thing that you all have been trying to say is going on? Now let that simmer on your brain. Think about that for a while. I'll be back later to talk more about this. Let me know your thoughts though down in the comment section. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.